The big voice. KWTN 100.9 FM. Nebraska. The official radio station of the Winnebago tribe.
KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome to Winnebago Talks here. Real quick, we wanted to do something special and kind of let the viewers, well, everybody's kind of joining on and everything, is that we are going to put the end to season 1. Season 1 is in the books, okay? So season 1's in the books, folks. We are going to start season 2.
Yeah, we are, but we're on... I forgot that you said. I forgot about the surprise. So
Okay.
we're on episode 48.
Oh, okay.
But we are concluding season 1.
It's a long season.
So we got one more episode?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Dang,
yeah,
we should have made it to
I know.
49. We should have made it to 49. That would have been cool, right? Because we could have had a 49 for the celebration, right?
Yep.
All right, so we forgot to change the graphics.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, me and you just didn't connect this morning.
No.
So we are going to be concluding season 1 here after this episode.
Yeah.
All right. What is it in the
So
grand scheme
we
of
are
things?
in our quarter episode, a dime, another dime,
I think it's 4
and
dimes
3 pennies. Took me a minute, but
Nonetheless, here, since it's the last episode, we got to do a very special introduction of you two ladies. All right, so you got to do something different. Usually, you just say your name and your title, but this time, to conclude this episode on this season 1, we made it, guys. We made it, right?
we made it.
I wanted to tell you guys a story. We called out to the Ute tribe. They have a radio station out there. And it's like, hey, we're from the Winnebago tribe. We're thinking about getting into radio. Do you have any advice? And the girl responds verbatim, run. Don't get into it. No. But she was just kidding. Yeah, this is kind of that Indian humor and stuff. But she said, no, it's actually pretty fun. It's also pretty informational and it's pretty important. And that's what I think over this season, we had a lot of good things. So we're going to turn it on over to you, ladies. And the airwaves are yours for your very special last introduction of today's Winnebago Talks. Go ahead. Who wants to go first?
We gotta talk in accents.
Oh, you got to talk in
Alright.
accents. Okay, so I watched The Voice last night. Because we're the big voice. I watched The Voice.
Yeah.
One of the guys, I don't even know his name and stuff like that, but he is from Ireland. So let's do, since St. Patty's is there, go ahead and give us your
St.
introduction
Patty's
in
right in the corner.
your leprechaun
Yay.
voice.
I'm getting shy. It got quiet.
I know. I was
I
gonna
don't
go
know
with
what
my.
the Scottish voice is.
I was gonna go with like a English accent or something.
Oh, yeah, just go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Just give me your introduction then.
Top of the morning.
Howdy.
No, but welcome to our concluding episode of Winnebago Talks. This is DJ Bethani. Make sure you join me on Thursdays at 11 a.m. for All Requests Live.
Shout out to ARL.
Yeah.
I wish I was goofy enough on live to do it.
So Tyler,
But good morning, everybody. I'm Tyler Snake. I'm the Winnebago Indie News Office Circulation Manager.
all right, good job, guys. Okay, so let's tell the people, if we can, let's try to bring this up here because we do like to see what everybody's seeing. And also, let me jump on Facebook with everybody. If you have an opportunity, we are streaming on Facebook. If you go to the Winnebago, let's see here, give them the address.
The Dash Big Voice.
Okay.
And we're also on YouTube. We are we're KWTN The Big Voice on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube yet, make sure you do so.
For sure. And we have some special guests here. We have Grandpa, the organizers of what we call Grandpa, and they'll be talking about that a little bit later on. HCCDC and Tony would be here discussing home ownership and business. We invited Isaac Smith. They have an event coming up, and it's called Breakfast with the Council, and that's just around the corner, so we kind of wanted to get that mentioned as well. And since it's the last episode, by popular demand, we have to feature Angel Decora. You know what I mean? We couldn't have a Winnebago Talks without the Angel Decor Museum, so the crew will be here. All right, so that's what we have in store. We ended The Answer Is. Today's a very special The Answer Is trivia.
Yeah.
We usually end the show with The Answer Is. and it's trivia based on things around Winnebago, maybe some of the things in Indian country, or just happening nationally.
Yeah.
You folks tied this last round. Very unsatisfying. So we have to have a winner.
It's elbow to elbow, neck to
yeah,
neck.
because who finishes today strong is going to have a good case for season 2.
Bragging rights. too.
Bragging rights, for sure, for sure. Okay. Anything you guys want to make mention on that? You guys need some hints or anything like that? Are you guys just ready to go?
I was telling my mom, I was like, I just gotta start paying attention to stuff. And I don't remember what I was looking at, but I was like, oh, I have one of the, oh, I remembered midpoint. Shout out to Christina. She got us those Ho Chunk Renaissance calendars.
Oh, yeah.
But I was looking at all the moons and all the, just the little things that they have in there. And I was like, gotta start paying attention to which moon it is this month.
So do you know what moon it is?
Yeah, it is. I
Do you know how to say it in Ho Chunk or no? I
Someday.
Yeah, we'll eventually get it someday. Any last final words?
I want to know the real score. I want to see what's what.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have Jamie hooked us up with the score up there, and it's kind of all over the place. But it looks like since that came in here, Bethany has 2, Jordana has 2, and Tyler has 1. So today's
Sunshine's
the
on
day.
the board too.
Yeah, Sunshine's on the board today as well. Okay, are you folks ready for breaking news?
Yes.
All right, breaking news. We are looking for, if you guys could help us out here too. We appreciate everybody, and it's serious business here, but this is breaking news. We are looking for 2 missing Indigenous persons. Tina Medina has been reporting missing. Tina was last seen on February 24th at Sam's Mart in Sioux City, Iowa. We have a picture of them on our display here. If you folks could help us out. If you have any information, please contact the Sioux City Police Department or the number on the flyer, which is 402-922-0364. For those folks, again, the number is 402-922-0364. Also, there's a 14-year-old teenage girl missing. Her name is Sienna. I apologize, I might have got that name wrong, but her last name is Webster. She was staying in a foster home and was last reported leaving the home with a large duffel bag of clothing. She is 5 foot 4 inches tall and weighs 120 pounds. If you know any information, please call 712-433-1414, and that is Monona County. So Sioux City area is Woodbury County. Monona County is over in Iowa by Ottawa. All right, so this is down the road here. I know that the Omaha Reservation kind of intersects with Monona County and stuff, but we at the Big Voice respectfully ask that we try our best to locate these people. Someone out there knows something, and if they pop up safe and alive, we will not judge at all. You know what I mean? We all have been through trauma of losing a loved one, and being missing has to be hard on the families. So please, let's do our part. Share this stream, talk to whoever. We have those Facebook group pages. You know what I mean? Your family or whatnot. Share that in your family group page or whatnot. You know what I mean? Let's get the awareness out there. One lady goes missing in Florida. That's, a white lady.
National news.
NBC, ABC, helicopters, everything. Rewards on the news next day. Here in our area, we give the benefit of the doubt that they are fine. That's another Indigenous lady missing and stuff. They'll pop up. Maybe they're on a bender or whatever and stuff may be. Or maybe they got in a fight, whatever. But they're missing. February 24th was a long time ago, guys. So let's find these ladies. And I do believe there's a search and awareness event that's going to be held at the Siouxland Urban Indian Center on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Tricia, if you're out there, or if anybody from the Urban Native Center, let us know the details on that. We'll make sure we share that. You folks helped us find 2 of the Winnebago relatives here. These ladies, Tina, I remember she was, when I was teaching at Nebraska Indian Community College, she was one of my students. A nice lady, you know what I mean? I know that there's this, a lot of things happen and whatnot. The 14-year-old lady, teenage girl that's missing, that's got to be scary, I got a 15-year-old and stuff, and I could only imagine. So any follow-up, any kind of call to action, anything you ladies want to make mention?
Just hopefully both ladies are found safely, and or if they come home, safe and sound.
I just say if they hear this, check in, because people are probably worried.
Yeah. So if they're watching, you know what I mean? We're not mad. We're not, we're not going to judge or anything like that. Just reach out and just say, hey, even if it's like, hey, I don't want to be found, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Just I'm doing fine. Just let me be. That's good. You know what I mean? Because we just need to know and stuff. You know what I mean? It's very scary situation out there. I watched a documentary on Showtime. It's called something about the ladies that went missing. I forgot it was.
We talked about this. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I think it was called Little Bighorn.
Okay, yeah.
Something like that. And it was out there in Montana, and they have a whole lot of ladies that went missing and stuff. You know what I mean? We don't want to be one of those statistics or anything like that. So especially teenage ladies and stuff. So parents, do your part. If we can, let's try to talk to these ladies. Human trafficking. I-29 is a huge corridor for human trafficking and stuff. So let's try to do our part and just create awareness, and hopefully we're sending our prayers and their blessings, and hopefully they're found safe and alive and wow.
Yes.
All righty. Okay. Well, we are just around the corner. And before we get into our first guest here, we wanted to turn it over to the Winnebago on the news. You have some announcements.
Yep. Tomorrow is our WIN deadline, so if anybody listening wants to contribute, you can go ahead and email me at tyler.snake@winnebagotribe.com. But otherwise, I have some bagel bits, kind of a little sneak peek for you. Recently, Little Priest went to AHEC, and if you don't know what AHEC is, it's American Indian Higher Education. I forget the last word.
Consortium.
Yeah. Okay.
Consortium.
I was gonna say conundrum. Like, what is that?
What is that?
But they had that, and they have like all kinds of hand games, just traditional type of doings. And the group that went up from Little Priest actually won the 2023 hand games.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I got some
Congratulations,
experience on that one and stuff. That's a
Yeah.
huge thing. All right. There's 38 tribal colleges, if not more. Tribal colleges. They call them TCUs. Tribal colleges and universities. So you think about University of Haskell. There's also universities down in New Mexico and Arizona. And we're a tribal college. And Nebraska Indian Community Tribal College. So we offer associate's degrees. Anyways, you go to this conference. It's attended. Well over 2,000 people attended. The Super Bowl of that whole event is the hand game. Like literally, if you win the hand game, like you're put on a pedestal, and everybody is like, they want to get that trophy. And so Little Priest won it twice. One time in Rapid City, they went against the hometown people. It was Ogallala Lakota College.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It was a battle. You know what I mean? Shout out to the team there. Cassie Kitchian, she was the coach, and Isaiah Saints here, he was the captain. And I went out there and sang for them, and it was like a whole wall of Ogallala Lakota people, and then there was our little group from Nebraska and stuff, and they had like 10 singers to 1 singer. But anyways, we end up winning. You got to get in the right mind frame and everything. So this time they went to Albuquerque, and 2023 hand game champions, Little Priest Tribal College.
Congratulations.
Good job,
Round of
man. That's gonna be a good
applause.
story. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
So congratulations.
Well, they took a few championships. The team fun run, they won that as well. So they're just up there
Nice.
winning it.
Right.
We'll be talking about that. And then Angel Decora received a visit from YSEALI. That's the Young Southeast Asian Leaders Initiative. It's youth from like Cambodia, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, and they work with the University of Omaha to make that happen.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
it's cool getting some experience about, how we live and Ho Chi Minh history.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty. Well, Tyler, we will be calling you back in for The Answer Is.
Yep.
We did have our very first special guest. I think she's talking to Jordana. If you don't mind, can you grab him and say
Come
he's...
in.
Yeah,
Yep.
have him come up. And then in the
Alrighty.
meantime, we'll talk about some of the things in the programming that's going to be coming up later this week.
Yeah, so got really excited. Well, tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll be getting into our new episode of The Big Voice Sports, hosted by Coach Q. That's at 5 p.m., and he'll be joined by both of us, and we'll get the details from him, get that posted on the Big Voice Facebook, but that'll be at 5 p.m. tomorrow on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we'll have All Requests Live at 11 a.m. And then into the afternoon, we'll get into a special live with our apprentices, Morgan and Marlon.
Oh, when is that? Tomorrow?
Thursday.
Thursday, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thursday. So they come in the afternoon, so we'll probably hit the live at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Yeah, so special live at 2 p.m. on Thursday.
Okay, so ARL's from 11 to 1. Mm-hmm. And tell those that never tuned in what ARL is.
So All Request Live is where you can tune in, and if you have any songs you'd like to hear in that, that day, you can submit them to me, and we can play just about anything that, people request, but it just has to be radio friendly. And we also get into some birthday shout outs, and we also have our top 5. So that's towards the end of the show, and we put out like a poll in the beginning of the week, and people can vote from that. And so in the past weeks, we've had this past week we had the Winnebago Bear Clan song as the reigning champ for the past 2 weeks.
Oh,
so
really?
that was in correlation with the last Bear Moon. That was the championship song, the championship song from the last Bear Moon, sang by Sharpshooter, was in the running with the Bear Clan song, but the Bear Clan song stayed the top song of the week.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this week they'll be coming in, and they'll have 4 new songs going up against it. And then we usually give away one of our Big Voice t-shirts to those that vote. So if you haven't, I don't have the graphic out yet, but when it is posted, I take note of everybody that votes, and I put them in a drawing, and I use the wheel of names on the internet. You type them in, and it just kind of spins them and shuffles it up for you. And then, that's All Request Live, though. We just get into a little bit of everything. Like, we had Tom Petty and Leonard Skinner last week, and into Nicki Minaj. So we get into a little bit of everything.
From one genre to the other.
Yeah.
Now,
and DJ Mac Attack was here last week, so.
And you guys share stories and have a good time and everything. Yeah. So that's pretty good. I really enjoy that, and it's give you an opportunity if you guys are feeding for a song that you haven't heard in a while. Odds are we have it. You know what I mean? We'll just look it up and get it over the airwaves, and it's kind of cool. And especially with the little shout out too, you know what I mean?
Jamie, she said, "Hey, where's my t-shirts? I'm over here shirtless."
Jeez.
They're coming, Jamie.
So the new show with the apprentices, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I don't want to give away their I'll let them share it, but they do have like a name for the show. They have their own logo. They'll be getting into like their genre of music. So just kind of introducing, it'll pull in, like their friends of their age and their peers and those that are interested in the same music that they're interested in, and it just gives them some experience with being on the radio, because they are apprentices until the spring semester concludes. So they'll be here, and they both have an interest in the radio project, and just communications in general. So it's just kind of giving them that room to grow as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's like a really big step for both of them, like personally, just kind of like getting them more introduced to talking and like this kind of setting and stuff.
Yeah.
And just get them more familiar with the equipment that we have and gain some experience.
That's very, very nice. And then we head into Thursday, after that show,
Then 4, we'll get into Res Ride, and that's hosted by MC BKC, and he'll get into all kinds of stuff. He has the infamous, the best worst advice with the Deadly Auntie and Deadly Uncle, and then he has his deep cut where he finds a song that everybody knows and loves, but they just haven't heard it in a long time.
Right.
And he does his celebrity birthday shout outs as well. And he gets into all kinds of good jams as well. And then we just have some good discussions. He kind of puts us on the spot and asks us, like, I don't know, in the past he asked us like top 5 songs that get us hype. And I just got to add a note on that one. I'm so like, I keep thinking back on it. I'm like, why didn't one of us say DMX? Because he started the show with that song. And
we played it when we were on our way to, what was that place called?
Was it Ashland? Oh,
or Nebraska. Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, we have Tony Wood, and I just seen him. Tony, come on in. You're up, brother. And Tony Wood here is with the Ho Chunk Community Development Corporation. Go ahead and have a seat. So that's going to be on Thursday, Res Ride. And I know it's going to be payday Thursday, so a lot of people are going to be had to make sure you tune in on your way up to whatever you need to take care of business up in the city and whatnot. So go ahead and throw the headphones on. Friday,
Friday will be 11 a.m. in Digified Podcast, hosted by Trisha, Monica, and Brandon. And that's going to be on the Big Voice Facebook page, YouTube page. That'll be over the airwaves of the radio. And it'll also be on the Great Plains Action Society pages. And then Friday, we have the Friday Night Hot Mix at 7 p.m., hosted by DJ Blue. And then Midnight Love, hosted by MCBKC at 10 p.m. through the midnight hour.
All right, awesome. Okay, we're going to get into our first guest here for Winnebago Talks. And this is, go ahead and give us your introduction, Mr. Wood.
Hello, this is Tony Wood. Do I sound right or not?
Yeah. Can you hear yourself and everything?
Yeah, I can hear myself.
Okay.
All right.
You sound good.
All right, cool. I'm with Ho Chunk Community Capital.
Oh,
So
okay.
I do have my HCCDC code on, but there's a couple different programs that kind of interlock with there. But I know I'm here to talk about the mortgage assistance program, so that's what.
Okay, so Marshall came down, and he's HCI Capital, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're HCCDC Capital?
No, it's Ho Chunk Community Capital, and they're Ho Chunk.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
okay.
Ho Chunk Capital. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So Ho Chunk Community Capital.
Yep.
Gotcha. So there's two separate things.
Yep.
All right.
Different
so,
entities. We're the nonprofit, and HCI is the for-profit. So.
Okay, I got you. So what is Ho Chunk Community Capital?
We are a native CDFI, that's Community Development Financial Institution, and we do like financial literacy, the loan program, have some things to do with the housing as well.
Okay.
So,
Very nice. And I think we have like a brochure that's going to be popping up here momentarily. You want to tell the viewers and the listeners about what you guys offer? It says home ownership. Tell us about that.
this program is actually through the tribe. We're administering the grant for this.
Okay.
But it's a homeowner assistance program. This started in June of this past year, and we haven't had a lot of PR out on it.
Yeah.
Just so we definitely want to get on the radio station and let people know about it.
Yeah.
We are very, we got a lot of tribal homeowners for Winnebago, especially with the programs we have running.
Uh-huh.
And so this was meant to be like during COVID, if you were affected with your mortgage payments or your household or something like that, this money came down from the Treasury to assist.
Oh.
So they have a number of programs that can go. So we had the mortgage payment assistance program.
Okay.
And
Well, I
that-
think there's two parts
Yeah.
of that. When we want to pull that other one up here, Bethany.
Yeah, hold it.
There we go. Scared me.
Oh, so that mortgage payment assistance, we can pay up to 6 months of your current mortgage rate. So say you had a $500 mortgage, we would put $3,000 and we would pay it towards your lender.
Wow.
Nice.
And then you could use that, excess money that you have to either catch up on bills or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's what we've been kind of encouraging people to do.
Sure. Definitely. Who's eligible? Like, is this for just Winnebago members
Yep.
or?
It's
Okay.
Winnebago tribal members on or off reservation. So, that's the one good thing about it. We've actually have a applicant now coming in from Wisconsin.
Nice.
So I think after this radio show, I think we're gonna get kind of hit with a lot of different
Yeah.
applications for sure.
For sure. So, like, let's say we were all affected by, you know what I mean? You have your own business and I have my own business and everything kind of, we weren't able to go to powwows. We weren't able to DJ, you know what I mean? There was just a lot of different things. So those would kind of qualify, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an attestation like telling like how it affected you. So your business was kids being home. So more food costs,
Right.
that kind of thing, and then like utility costs went up, and it made it hard for me to pay my mortgage. So
Yeah.
that's what a lot of the attestations are saying. But yeah, there's a number of different things. But
Okay. So what do we got to do to kind of apply for this?
just get a hold of me on this website. There's a website and it has my email address, right? And or you can even call HCCDC. We have the same number. But I do want to say it's tribal members, but it's also income based, and the Treasury set those guidelines down. So there is a scale on there, on the we have. I ain't gonna lie, the website ain't that great. So, but there's a scale on this, and maybe if you can have a close up of that, showing.
Oh, the
this
income
part.
scale?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
there's
Okay.
there's a scale on there. So
So you have to be Winnebago and abide by the guidelines.
Yep.
Okay.
And the guidelines are based off of your tax return, your adjusted gross income. All that stuff came down from the Treasury. So.
Okay. All right. And then, so when is this open, or is it open?
Yeah, it's been up since June.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we're supposed to maybe get a flush of some more funds because other tribes didn't want to use it, or maybe they didn't have enough homeowners. But I said Winnebago with our down payment assistance program, and just I don't know, we've kind of really pushed that in the last 20 years, and we have a lot of homeowners.
Yeah.
So.
Very nice. Very nice. And so over there, you have this program that helps with COVID relief, and then so it's called the Winnebago Homeowners Assistance Fund, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then that's COVID related.
Yep.
You guys offer other stuff over there.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we had our down payment assistance. The home buyers seminar was canceled a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And that was something I really wanted to express, that we have a program over there called the Individual Development Account Fund.
Okay.
Right. And so it's a match savings. So, say you get a hold of First Tribal, and they're one of our great partners actually. First, and here we want to apply for a mortgage, and they say, hey, not right now, bud. We got this derogatory list of things that you need to take care of, like collections or credit or something like that. And so, after that, you can come to us and say, hey, this is what they're telling me to fix, right?
Okay.
So we have this matching fund where you submit like $200. 200 is the max, right?
Yeah.
And we will match it 4-to-1 with 800, right?
What? No way.
We will match it with 800. So say you had 5,000 in collections. It happens to people.
Yeah.
It happened to me once in a while, a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
So, 5 months, you can have that paid down, and you pay your portion of it, your $1,000 or whatever like that, and we would send a check to them for 4,000.
Wow.
And then it would zero it out.
Yeah.
So that can be used for credit, and then one of the things that First Tribal, everybody, is the debt to income, right?
Okay.
So say you have like a car payment that's, it's above your limit, whatever, we can pay that down as well.
Oh, okay.
So there's a couple of different things, and you can also use it as additional down payment assistance.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
Is that income based as well?
Yeah, there is an income base on that.
Yep.
It's pretty much the same thing as this. So.
Okay. All right.
But we've had that program for 2 years, and we had some people drop out, obviously because of the COVID. It's like they can say, I can't put my 200 towards it, but it was like 50, 100, just to participate in the program and help themselves out.
Yeah, because if you put in 100, you get 400, right?
Yep.
If you put in 200, you get 800.
Yep.
It's crazy. That is a good service to help people get back on their feet.
Yep.
And do you have a lot of people that are taking advantage of that? Or
No,
not really?
we don't actually. So it's a 2-year program, so we're running out of time. Like it's supposed to, like November.
Yeah.
November is when the grant actually ends, and we probably have half the funds left. So that's one of the things I wanted to express in that home buyers meeting. It's like, hey, come see me. There's some things that we can help out with. you
Right.
know? And that's something that we should do anyway, is like tell people, is like, hey, go out there and find out what's keeping you from buying, And so, anytime anybody wants to stop in and talk, I said, we can pull credit,
Right.
I always tell people, keep track of all that stuff.
Yeah, that's very important. I seen that on Yahoo News today or something. Inflation, whatever, the price of everything went up and rose by 6%. At the same time, a lot of places that the workers or whatever, their salaries are still the same.
Yep.
But everything went up. So people are starting to realize, like, where did all my money go? And this is a program to really kind of alleviate some of that, to assist you folks with that and take advantage of that program. So that's another program. And then you have some other ones?
I was just going to talk about the down payment assistance program, but that's probably going to come up at the home buyers anyway.
Okay. Do you know when that one's going to be rescheduled, the home buyers?
April 6th.
Okay.
It's a Thursday and all that. And I'm pretty sure it's at Little Priest.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have my little segment about down payment assistance through HCCDC, but I know Kiki kind of runs through that whole thing herself. So.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, it took you, what is it? It's episode 38? 38 episodes. Is that what we're on? Is
No,
that
we're 48.
48 episodes to come on up here, and good. It's good to see you,
Why
Tony.
couldn't you wait one more week to 49? So.
I just said that too.
But your office is located over at the Woodland Trails
Yes.
/ HCCDC building. Are you guys
Yep.
gonna rename that thing or anything?
I have no idea. It's not my.
Your Ho Chunk community, and you're the director of that, right?
No, I'm a contractor. I'm the CDFI coordinator.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
And then I know you do other stuff too, like real estate
Yep.
and all that. What made you get into that?
Just the whole land stuff like that. I mean, I love Indian land, and then seeing people, excuse me, buy houses and everything like that. I want to just help streamline that.
Yeah.
And so, excuse me.
I got some water
Some
back
water?
there and stuff. But yeah, if you have an opportunity, make sure you stop on over there. It's across from the 12 Clans sculpture. If you come
Yep.
into town here, they'll have some green signs, and it says, I think they say 12 Clans Unity Sculpture or something like that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And head on over there, and then also you guys' hours this Monday through Friday.
Monday
8?
through 8 to 4:30.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, email me. I'm always available either through Facebook Messenger. I give everybody my cell phone as well, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the real estate stuff, I said I love seeing seeing our people and
Right.
all tribes, you know, flourish in their housing and stuff needs.
For sure,
So,
for sure. And I know that Tony also helps out with businesses, you know, especially he's kind of like small businesses and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I know we've seen an article in the Winnebago in the news with Hey Girls that you guys helped them kind of get them up and going. And then I believe maybe the new restaurant, did you help them?
Yeah,
a little bit?
we helped them with some startup capital, and the thing about it is they did. We asked them to like get a business plan, understand their financials and stuff like that. They did the work. You
Okay,
know?
yeah.
They did the work, and at the very tail end of it, and said we're available for like startup capital and all of that. You know, so I'm glad to work with Hey and Reggie, and you know, we actually had a part with Alton Porter and Hawate's down there as well.
Cool. Yeah.
Nice.
So we definitely want to grow, and you know, we're actually part of a SBA grant. It's like Community Navigator.
Yeah.
So you know, we have the resources to like, you know, for the business planning and all like that. And I said, and the great part about it is the tail end, we have capital to start up.
Nice.
No.
Nice. Yeah, I know if you go maybe to some banks, Wells Fargo or whatnot, I don't want to kind of downplay the banks and stuff, but you have advantages there of offering that to small businesses, especially like with low interest rates and whatnot, right?
Yeah, our interest rate's really not that low, but it's lower than a bank.
Right.
But the thing about it is we take on more risk. You know,
Okay.
that's the thing is that CDFIs, the whole purpose of CDFIs is because, you know, in the past, natives and blacks and Hispanics didn't have the opportunities for loans for businesses because they couldn't collateralize some of the stuff, or like obviously our land. You
Yeah.
know? So like the feds, they're basically giving us this opportunity with these CDFIs to like, you know, give it opportunities for housing, for businesses, all that stuff for startup. You know?
Very nice. Yeah. I know income tax season has probably came and gone, but a lot of people get an influx of, you know, additional money, and then there's a lot of cars with new license plates and everything like that. I would probably maybe challenge those people to maybe take one of your classes or sit down with you and just say, hey, you know, if you guys want to put this aside, start one of those savings account. If you guys have a business idea, there's a lot of advantages of starting your own small business, your own boss. You can make your own hours. What are some other things? You know what I mean? It's
The tax benefits.
there's
you know?
tax benefits, and then just having that sale or building those clients and relationships is really rewarding. You know what I mean? After we get done DJing and stuff, we're like, that was a good gig. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or whatever it may be.
Yep.
So there's a lot of good things about being an entrepreneur. Anything else? Any shout outs here, Mr. Wood?
Oh, I was gonna say, I mean, obviously I'm a real estate agent. I would love to see, like I said, our people come to me and help. But I mean, I said tribal members, anybody. I said I can help from anywhere.
Okay.
You know, if this, I don't know how far this reach of the telecast goes. I said, but you know, we have a referral program through my brokerage.
Okay.
You know, it's like, so if there's a, you know, Winnebago tribal member in California, I said I can find them an agent
Yeah.
to help them out.
Wow.
You know? In fact, I'm trying to actually come up with a list, a collection of native agents in the business,
Very
because
nice.
we are the minute of the minute.
Yeah.
You know,
Sparse.
I actually did look it up, and we're about 0.012%
Oh, wow.
of the industry. You know,
Yeah.
so it's great. We have like Dennis and Alexia, you know, and myself in this area, because really there ain't that many.
And that's such a kind of, how do you say it, a daunting, kind of intimidating thing to do as far as brokerage of land or a home or whatnot and stuff. And us as natives, we have kind of a hard time, doing that as far as the trust factor and everything like that. So it's very important that you offer some of that service and connect with them. So if there's any questions, that's what you offer as well.
Yep. I'd love to be that resource. One last shout out. Oh, I got my that's an old picture, by the way. Land buyback picture. So
Just kind of looking at you for a confirmation.
I got a little bit less hair. So.
Oh, look, we have some comments here. It says, Angelo, my bro Angelo says, need help starting up a home inspector business. Oh. Yeah, come on over. And then Redhorn said, can you please show his email address again? So they're ready for his email address. What is it? Just kind of...
Oh, okay. Yep.
twood@hochunkcdfi.org.
Okay, Twood. Yeah, so you can't mess up that.
Pretty easy. So
that first address part and stuff. But yeah, we'll get his address displayed there. And shout out to the crew there. And thank you for those questions to our listeners and our viewers and stuff. So, Mr. Wood.
Oh, wait, one last shout out.
Okay.
My daughter turns 21 Thursday.
Ooh.
Jordana and my twins turned 16 on Monday. So I guess there's my birthday shout out. So.
There you go. ARL.
All right.
ARL.
All right.
You know what I mean? Thanks.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Thanks,
That's Tony Wood, Ho-Chunk Community Capital. And then there's Ho-Chunk Capital. All right. So that's very...
And it's good to have them differentiated.
Yeah, for sure. And offering some good programs.
Yes,
definitely. All right. Well, Bethany, do we have anybody else in the kind of lobby?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, Q Bass said no shout out to HCCDC. I think Tony's probably going to, when he gets back to the office, because Q works over there, they might have a little discussion there.
Hey guys, we're ready for you.
Nate.
Yeah, we have Nate Bigfire, and he helps out with some of the good things that are happening in Winnebago. And so we have these gentlemen here. Come on over, everybody. There we go. You get them kind of mic'd up, and we have Councilman Isaac Smith.
Tight guy.
And we also have Nate here. Let me see here. Go ahead, Nate, go throw those headphones on. And yeah, guys, just go ahead and throw those headphones on. Welcome to Winnebago Talks here. And it's the first time that they're here, so we'll give them an opportunity to introduce themselves. We'll just start this way and head on over. So go for it.
My name's Nathaniel Bigfire. My whole chunk name's P. Maninga. I'm from the Okajaw Hiki Kadach, Stanley Clan.
Okay, go ahead and grab that microphone. And did you hear? Was you?
I heard them.
Okay. Yeah. And then we also have, go ahead.
Shannon Pulfabity.
What is it?
Shannon Pulfabity.
Shannon Pulfabity.
Yeah.
Okay, Shannon, welcome to the show, man. Thank you for being here. What is your title?
Outreach advocate for Atlas.
Okay.
My mom's Meskwaki from Tama, Iowa. My
Okay.
dad's Comanche from Lawton, Oklahoma.
All right. And then how long have you been in your position?
I just started Monday.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're here.
I'm here.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Shannon, for being here.
Thank you.
Nice.
Go for it.
I'm Isaac Smith. I'm a tribal council member.
All right. We talk about Isaac a lot, and a lot of our viewers is like, okay, who is that and stuff. So I'm glad you're here,
Thanks
Isaac.
to the name.
Yeah. Now you can see who he's a council member, but also he's helps out with the Winnebago Volunteer Fire Department, and also a pyrotechnician. Oh, that's a good name right there. Anyways.
A lot of crazy hats.
Bunch of hats.
Yeah. Nate, you guys have an event coming up. Can you tell our listeners and our viewers about that?
Kind of like what I wanted to tell. Kind of explain how it came about. Because that's how I was taught, kind of to explain how it came about and why we're having it and things are coming up. So like I told Jordana, and I think it was 2017, we were meeting at my house. Me, Waukesha Hardin, Darwin Baker, Grandma Elizabeth White, LaDonna Holstein. Then Roland Warner came up a couple of times, and then there were some other individuals that came. My Aunt Trish, and then we were talking about the meth problem, the alcohol problem that we had that time, and we wanted to do something about it. You know, just concerned tribal members. And then so we were talking. We wanted to kick indoors and all that. You know how the young guys are. You know, you know, we wanted to do that. And then Roland's like, no, you can't be doing that. So we were talking, and then my bro, Wakajaw, he said, let's put our pipes together. He said, let's pray. So we said, all right. So we went and we got wood, and we got everything set up for the lodge, and then we put our pipes together. And then the grandmas came, and we went in and we prayed, and then we said, okay, let's wait. And then about 2 months, a month and a half later, then Dusty, Eric Carmel, he came. He said, hey, brother, he said, need some help with something. He said, I want to bring a sacred fire down to the people. So we all know that, and you know what transpired there. So he's like, okay. So the sweat hogs in the Winnebago community, we got TP, the wood, and everything, and then we burn that. So this is kind of coming off that prayer that was made back then to help our people.
Wow.
So Grandma Elizabeth wanted to do it again, and then in the sweat lodge it said the children, involve the children. So then I called the brothers up, and then we started making plans. And so we wanted to do it with bullying, depression, and suicide.
Sure.
So we called Isaac, and Isaac's like right on it. He came out, and then so we start making movements then. Yeah, so it's a spiritual movement, you know?
Yeah.
It's a spiritual movement that we're doing.
I know
so that's how it came about.
Right. And you guys will be doing this in the next couple weeks, right? Or what's the date on that? And then where's the location? I think there's a lot of people familiar where it happened before, but it's the same location, right?
Yeah, it's going to be the same location out to the power grounds, the Vets building. We're going to be using that to go in and out.
Okay.
Use restrooms, but we're going to put the teepee up. So because we wanted to do a chipotle again, and then Isaac was going to teach us how to do the barks, you know, the old style like that.
Good lesson, yeah.
And then the grandmas wanted it on the 20th, so that kind of makes everything move fast. So then the willows ain't ready yet, so we're gonna put it in a teepee. We decided just to put it in a teepee again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, Shannon, you know, I think there's different things that happen throughout in the country. Coming from Meskwaki, is that where you resided, or did you come from your Comanche?
I reside a majority of my life in Tama.
In Tama?
Iowa. Yeah.
And I think across the lands here in the Indian country, we face the same issues.
Oh,
Bullying,
yeah, definitely.
suicide, meth, alcoholism, poverty. A lot of that, you know, is a combination and stuff. What are your thoughts on what's going to take place?
I have a lot of personal interest in it. I lost a brother to suicide 2 years ago, and he was raised with the same upbringing as I was, addressing these things, and but he succumbed to meth addiction, and then it went from there. So I think part of my healing, I have to address it and start talking about depression and suicide as well, and meth addiction as well.
Yeah.
And talk against it. And the only way I felt to address these things and bring it to the people's attention is go after the younger generation, the children, preteens, you know, and to better educate them on what can happen if you decide to pick up the drugs and alcohol, you know. And I want them to understand, you know, that there's a better way. There's a better way to live healthy, to eat right, take care of themselves, and to be spiritually inclined with our teachings.
Yeah.
And we want to pass on those things. We want to address all those things, you know, because one of the things that I understand from personal experience that everybody inside has a spiritual awakening laying ahead of them somewhere down the line. One of these days they're going to have to understand that they have to take their place in whatever their families come from, whatever, if it's Kigo, Medicine Lodge, Native American church, or church as well.
Yeah.
And so I was also taught not to discriminate against other religions, because we all pray to one creator. It's just that we pray differently. And so we want them to believe in something higher other than what they see on YouTube, TikTok, and on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was just thinking about that when I was growing up. Like, my influence is what I seen on TV, and we wanted to mimic that. You know what I mean? So we seen like Death Row Records and all this kind of derogatory terms to these our women, and the rap game and everything, and we wanted to be like that. You know what I mean? We didn't have what we have today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like music playing powwow music and leaders that are kind of culturally connected, and the Ho Chunk Renaissance program is doing a lot of, they got an app, you know what I mean? So there's YouTube, and then there's the app, and there's this different things, but we have a long ways to go. And the fire itself, you know what I mean? There's things that we can't say over the airwaves, Isaac, but I know that there's things that, people need to come back to the fire, you know what I mean? And if there's any thoughts or anything that you want to kind of make mention about that, we'll give you time to do that.
Well, just one of the big things is that we see a lot of people that they suffer from the loss of a loved one, and within those 4 days, you can't teach them everything, or you can't give them all the things. All you can do is try your very best to put things forward. But what we're starting to kind of see a lot is the younger generation. They will go into certain areas and they'll pick up these things because they're looking for that love. They're looking for that love that loved one once showed them. And so when they pick these things up, it's kind of a false comfort. And if you come around the fire and there's a belief in there, if you come around the fire and take care of yourself, you're going to come by an understanding, and that understanding is going to strengthen you in the road ahead of you. And so if you're able to do that, it starts with you saying a prayer. And one of the toughest things that some of the relatives would say is that the hardest prayer you're ever going to say is one that you would try to say for yourself. Try to say for yourself.
Right.
And what we usually do is we pray for each other. We don't pray for ourselves. Going along with some of those things and seeing the stuff that's going on with our youth today, it's easy to say all these words and say it, but it's a different thing to try to act and to try to get movement behind it. That's where need a lot of support on. These things that Nate and all the other helpers are pushing forward to try to do is to try to connect that relationship with our youth of the mental, physical, and the spiritual side of it. And then being able to make time to sit down and talk with them. And way back there, before we got into the modern age that we're in today, all we had was time. And if you look at it along the lines of one day you're going to pick your child up, one day you're going to set your child down, and you're never going to pick them back up because they're too big.
Yeah.
And so looking at that as a part of what's going on here, the time that you get to spend with your children and molding them and giving them the understanding is very short. And we know that every day that we leave our homes could be the last time we leave our homes.
Right.
So to look at how precious life is, and some of the old timers used to say that life's precious, and trying to wrap your mind around that as a young person, it's very hard to understand. What do you mean life's precious? I'm the daredevil, or I'll do it first,
Yeah.
I'll try it. But to try to go in there, the tribe one time had a program where they went into all the classrooms, and they were anywhere from 35 to 45 minute increments, and they used stuffed animals, and it was called Babes program.
I remember that. Yeah.
And they would go in there, but they would kind of imitate certain situations that happen on the reservation. And what it did was it broke down the barrier of the child not being scared to talk about that situation. So then we'd be able to kind of shift, redirect some of the energy over to, hey, this child has some stuff going on or is going through some stuff. But one of the things that we're trying to accomplish with this sacred fire is to be able to open up those doors of communication, not only with ourselves, with the Creator, but also with each other, and be able to look at that of how do we support each other. There used to be a time where we could all get after each other's kids and nobody would mind it.
Yeah.
But now if another individual gets after my kids or somebody's kids, then we're kind of like, hey, don't be talking to my kids that way, or don't be saying nothing, but hey, maybe they prevented your kid from running out on the road, and I would. So looking at that, and then the other part of that is looking at when our elders would correct us. Nowadays, our younger children, they shun away from that and they'll just get up and leave. And the reason why they corrected us was because they want us to understand. And so that's a part of that prayer. But circling back to how important it is to be able to have these things in your life every day. It seems like it's some of our younger ones and some of the old ones are talking about, hey, pray every day. And so looking at all these different things of how does Winnebago work? What works for Winnebago and what doesn't work for Winnebago? What's the challenges and the strengths and weaknesses of Winnebago, and then the programs, and trying to look at that from we'll say an Eagles point of view or a big picture point of view, and saying how do we get everybody to work together and talk to each other. And it's I always boil it down to communication, cooperation, and coordination.
Right.
And you take those three things and take one of them out of your family life. Well, if you don't communicate with your kids that you're going to go to a movie or you're going to the Sioux City or something, then there's that breakdown. If you don't communicate and say, here's what I'm thinking, here's what I'm feeling, then how do we know how to help you? And one time we had a lot of the kids that came into a meeting, and they said, we want to tell you guys what we're seeing in the community, and we got some questions for you. And so it really was a rude awakening, really, because you got to hear it from the children. And through making these prayers and bringing the children and opening it up to all the relatives that want to come around and be a part of this, we'll have that time to talk to them, to teach them, because sometimes some of the people older than myself, some of them don't even know how to pray. And nothing against that, but it's just that nobody was in their life or nobody was showed them that. And so not here to try to tell anybody how to pray or anything, but just to say how important that part is.
Right.
And you go around and you look at all these different ceremonies and these different fireplaces and stuff, and the one thing that you're going to find in common with all of them is love. You're going to feel comfortable at one of them, and then that's the one that you're probably going to want to go forward and try to continue practicing and taking care of and being a part of. And so those kind of things are some of the stuff that we look at, but it all starts with the fire. It continues to take care of us.
Yeah.
And it's been here for since the beginning. And so to be able to have that, and when we're able to do that and have those conversations around that fire, there's a certain element that happens, there's a certain thing that goes on. And some of these things come to fruition of what's taking place, or they'll come back and they'll say, hey, 3 days after that, then this was happened, and remember we just talked about that.
Yeah.
And so you see that that part of them becoming a believer. And today in the world we have a lot of non-believers that it's so easy to not believe in anything. As long as McDonald's and Walmart's open, I'm good.
Yeah.
But there's more to life than that.
Right.
And so to try to wrap that up into a message and to try to share that with everybody that's here in the community, and everybody that might need that little bit of support each day. And the challenge of the day today that I would recommend everybody and throw out there is count how many times you hear the words I love you in one day. Count how many times you hear the words I love you in 1 week, and see if you're seeing that. Because if you're not seeing that or hearing that or feeling that, then you must be hanging around the wrong people.
Dang. Yeah.
So we are a reflection of our environment, and once we turn around and get to all of these things in life and we experience them, we learn from them, and it makes us stronger. And so we have to kind of, in a way, try to come together and clear the path of the ones that are coming behind us, whether that's through communication, cooperation, coordination. But it starts with the word of prayer, and that's one of the big things.
I like that because we're reflections of our teachings and we're a reflection of our elders, you know. And then another thing that I wanted to mention was that our grandpas and grandmas and our elders of American Indian movement, you know, they did all that hard work for us. They were that spearhead. You know, not long ago we couldn't light up a fire and go into a sweat lodge, or we couldn't have a ceremony. We had to all put that underground. So our grandpas and grandmas of AIM, they were that spearhead. And they punched through that for us, just so we could heal and do what we're doing now. Like Grandpa up and make some prayers and have some good thoughts. That spiritual movement, that old power that they disconnected us from, you know, that spiritual line they cut when they came in, when they put us in a reservation, you know, they did that. Right. They took that away from us. Then we had that trouble with identity, like how you were talking about earlier, you know, you know, being native, being Wangxing, you know, being native. So that's what we're doing now. Now as younger generations, those fires were lit when Standing Rock. Oh, yeah. You know, they lit those fires up there. It's going around and it's doctrine. It's doctrine all these other tribes, you know. Yeah. This younger generation are standing up. You know, hey, you know, we're trying. Yeah. You know, we're trying, you know.
Well, gentlemen, we appreciate you being here, telling us about that grandpa that's going to be taking place. And this year's, what the grandmothers wanted to do is for bullying and suicide, something that we need to make awareness of and have that conversation with our children and our nephews. I know that I have nieces and nephews that come to me and they call me Jaji, you know what I mean, or they call me Dega. And we have to have that conversation because, like you said, YouTube, there's different things out there. There's new things and there's things coming down the road that the wise people said are coming. You know what I mean? There's different drugs that are different temptations, everything that's we need to get our defense ready to go. And one of the major powerful defenses is the power of prayer, and this is going to happen for our youth here. I think you have a schedule. Is it? Can you kind of maybe run us down to a schedule and stuff? And Isaac, anybody can come around the fire, right?
Yeah. There's the thing is that there's and I don't know how to put this in radio language, but one of the things is that to be mindful of if you're a lady relative and there's a certain time for you and we'd usually try to keep the things that we use, kind of keep them separated a little bit because there's certain powers, certain things that go along with people, and we don't want to bring them together and mix anything because through that, if we mix anything, there's repercussions. So there's a little bit of that to try to be mindful of that. But if you're having a hard time, maybe we can come out here or come out there where you're at and make a prayer with you. And,
right.
All that stuff. So,
all right, and then we'll get that posted. We'll get some information. I think Jordana made a little graphic. Do we have that up?
Yep, I have it. I displayed it previously, but again, it's the save the date for praying for 7 generations, and we have the outline that we can we'll get put onto the social media as well.
Very nice, very nice. So meals will be served. Volunteers, anybody that wants to help, they contact. Who do they contact?
Nate.
Okay. Yeah. And Nate, are you on social media, or how do we find you?
I'm up at the alcohol program.
Okay.
I'm up at the alcohol program, and then tomorrow I'll be getting wood.
Okay.
And then probably Saturday or Sunday we're putting up the teepee. So.
I wanted to share a story and stuff. I remember the first time I went to the Sweat Lodge, and my father and Lance Denny, we call him Dobbs, we went out and we found the best wood. And out in South Dakota, they have kind of different wood. And he wanted the best of the best in the Sweat Lodge, you know what I mean? And go out there, cut wood is one of my best memories that I have. and I know that there's a rewarding feeling to do that. I know you guys do a ceremony before you take wood from Mother Earth, and everything. But to do that, I would challenge people, if you have an opportunity, go out there and cut some wood, haul wood, you know what I mean? Because after you're done, it's just like you said, there's endorphins that are released, and it's just a good feeling and that connection that you have back with Mother Earth and everything too. Yeah. So, it was one of my best memories that I had. I got burnt out of the sweat lodge, but but nonetheless, it was like, woo, man, I could. My first time, I couldn't handle it. But anyways, come out with a bunch of boils on my back.
On that schedule there, I think on the 23rd on Thursday, there is nothing scheduled there. And we want to leave that open for anybody who wants to come out.
Okay, Thursday.
Yeah.
Just a real quick run through. So Monday, the 20th, from 8:30 all the way through from 8:30 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. They'll be going through the kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third. Then there's going to be a lunch, fourth, fifth, sixth. Tuesday, the 21st, from 10 to noon. It'll be the seventh and eighth grade. Talking circle, bullying, and suicide presentations. And then their lunch will take place. And then Wednesday, the 22nd, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., the 11th and 12th grade will be going through the talking circle and bullying and suicide presentations, followed by the 9th and 12th lunch breaks. And then 1 to 3 p.m., 9th and 10th grade will go through the talking circles and presentations into Thursday's open day.
Yeah.
And then Monday morning at 6 o'clock, Shalimar is going to light the fire the whole way.
Okay.
And then right after that, then I'm going to do a pipe ceremony.
Okay.
And then later that night, after we eat at 6, from 6 to 8, and then Dallas Bearskin's going to come and run Devos.
Cool.
So we're gonna have some Devos in there too at night, and then we're gonna have Wednesday night. We're gonna have the alcohol program. They're gonna have a AA NA meeting over there.
Okay.
So we're gonna use it like that too.
I know that when Dusty did that one year, I think he did an interview with one of those talk shows, and they really appreciated that, to kind of learn some of the things that we're doing. Not everybody understands, nowadays they're quick to give you medication, oh man, I'm depressed or something, and here's take this, and it kind of suppresses and stuff. But we as Native people, you know what I mean, we have certain things of doing that, certain ways of healing. And so we appreciate that. There's a reason that this fire came back. There's a reason that the grandmothers wanted to do this, and there's a reason that Grandpa is coming. You know what I mean? So for sure, we thank you, gentlemen, and we appreciate you, Shannon, Nate, out the alcohol program. And if you have any questions, we'll get some information posted on our Big Voice as well as the Winnebago Indian News. So I'm gonna talk to Isaac, and we have an event here. So, gentlemen, we thank you. Any shout outs or anything you guys want to make mention?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the grandmas and grandpas of the American Indian movement.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Good one.
Oh.
All right. I've met a few words.
I got this if you guys needed it.
Okay. Cool. I'd like to mention to Isaac, I called him earlier this morning and stuff, and then also I got a call from the CEO, Esther. Brian, you want to come on up? And we're going to have an event called Breakfast with Council. Breakfast with Council that's going to be taking place here next Thursday, I believe on the 20th at 9 a.m. at the Chambers. And let's see here.
The 20th? I think it's Monday.
Excuse me. Did I get that? Is it the 23rd or? I don't know. I got
Not exactly sure the date.
Yeah. We'll have
next
to make
week?
sure. Okay,
Yeah.
So, geez, I didn't even pay. I should have wrote it down. Nonetheless, but what is Breakfast with Council?
The council over the last, I'm going to even push it back a full year. We have quite a few out of session discussions that we basically call huddles.
Yeah.
To where the individual council members are bringing forward any topic or subject that they want to basically throw out there for the rest of the council to either talk about or have consideration with. And so in part of one of those discussions came forward to this idea to have an informal discussion available with the council members who are able to attend, and any tribal member who wants to basically come in and just sit down and talk. It did start out like with a kind of like a coffee hour type thing or whatever, but it kind of expanded into the breakfast idea because it's probably going to take a lot longer.
Yeah, Thursday, March 23rd. Sorry, guys. It's March 23rd. Circle your calendars for that. It's going to be at the Chambers. One of the things that you did, Isaac, is we had our vaccinations, and, you know, there was people that couldn't come into the Chambers. We went kind of like into Zoom world and GoTo and all those virtual meetings and stuff. But you brought back some of the in-person, because in person you can only have virtual, you can only have a conversation that means so much. And why did you decide to do that, open up the Chambers?
Well, that was, I'm going to get up here and see if I got a radio voice since Brian's trying to talk like this.
You have to get on the mic. Otherwise, it's way back here, like, I can't hear you.
Yeah. So one of the things is to be able to let the membership know that the council chambers are open. And when I got the opportunity to be reelected, that was one of the things that I wanted to do, because your people will guide you. They're going to tell you what's going on and how they feel.
Yep.
And it's up to you whether to listen to them or not. And if you're able to do that, then it makes it a lot less stressful, makes it a little bit easier on just what you're trying to shoot for. You're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing and supporting the people. And so that was one of the first motions. Now, what's throwing everybody off is that they had COVID security. So when you come into the Blackhawk Center, there's COVID security there, and there's a glass door there, and it's closed and it's locked. But you can come through at any time. You just tell them, hey, I'm here to see so-and-so. And so one of the things that we had to do is go back and kind of tell COVID security, hey, let them through, you know, that if they're here to see anybody, let them through. And so we're still working on kind of clearing that up, of saying, hey, that there used to be an open door policy. One of the things on that was it was fun because you would be working on something and then somebody would pop in, and sometimes it would be there for a compliment, encouragement. Sometimes it'd be there to chew on you a little bit. And some of those things were some of the council at different times of different terms. Some of them said, hey, that's kind of hard to work around, but that's what you signed up for.
Right.
So you got to constantly keep your ear to the ground and know what's going on. And so again, I wanted to reiterate that, of saying the council chambers are open. Come down and be nosy. You know, we'll put it that way. But be a part of it and throw your opinions and thoughts and everything in there. Not just when things are crazy or heat up or anything. Come down all the time, you know, because there's a lot of times where we're sitting around like what Brian was saying, you know, we're kind of doing like huddles and kind of just brainstorming of ideas and things and solutions. It's real easy to whine about things. It's real easy to get frustrated about things.
Yeah.
The challenge is coming up with the solutions.
Right.
So when you bring something down, see if you have a solution that you could also bring that in, because we might not be thinking of that, because there's all these different angles and different ways of looking at things. When you look at a basketball, for instance, you don't just see one side of it. You know, you got to look at the whole thing. You know, somebody else's name might be on the other side of that, and
Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson or Nike or something, or stolen from. No, but some tribal program's name on that basketball. You know, but those kind of things are some of the stuff that we need to be able to let the membership know, that come down and we need to hear from you, because what happens a lot of times is some of the council, on different councils and stuff, some of them will get comfortable and they think that they're moving things in the right direction, but yesterday's weather isn't the same as today, is it?
Yeah.
You know, so it's constantly always like that. Things are constantly always changing. So some of the things that we have, the obstacles that we have today, is being able to continue to hear from them. We need to make it to where the membership feels invited and welcome to come in there, is what we need to create that.
Okay.
And this is one of the council's steps of trying to do that, is saying, come on in and eat a little bit with us. And, and, you know, even if you ain't got nothing to say, just come grab something to eat.
Right.
But if you have any ideas, any suggestions, anything that's troubling you or something, we're opening ourselves up to this, to try to get, because we can't look at every direction all at the same time, you know.
Yeah.
And so
that's one thing that long time ago and we kind of got away from it, but sitting down having a family meal, sitting down and have a community meal, you know what I mean? We do it for the turkey for Thanksgiving, but nonetheless, I think that there's different things that you know, even the council members, they used to have like they got elected, they used to have a celebration meal. We can't do that.
Thank you dinners.
Thank you dinners, yeah. Because of COVID, we can't do that. But this is an attempt to bring some of those things back, and not only that, but you know, just have a discussion with the council. Not everybody feels comfortable being on a live stream and addressing the council, or maybe just, hey, Brian, I just have this idea, or Brian, I have this situation. You know, is there something that maybe the council has on the horizon, or could bring it to the table? So that's what this event is for, right?
Yeah, it's definitely one of those attempts. And in that same vein, you guys, and anyone who's listening, I recently had a very in-depth conversation with a tribal member, and one of the topics that came out of that was the fact that there was a reason in the past why our predecessors and even our ancestors discussed things in the lengthy way that they did, because when we have, you know, meetings that are meant to be brief, that's usually where the decision is made official. It's not meant to be, you know, hashed out and argued over, because that's not why the meeting exists. But the point I'm bringing up with this is that the reason why these conversations prior to that used to be so lengthy was so that the entirety of the sentiment was expressed. Because very often, and we acknowledge this in a good way, tribal members have a certain sense of angst and anger at times, and they need to let that out. They need to put that forward in order to get back to the point of where the discussion is the true back and forth. For those of us that have this ability to hear and listen actual messages from our tribal members, that requirement is going to be partially facilitated by a lengthy discussion like what we're hoping to have at this breakfast meeting. Because to that point, we want you guys as tribal members to know that we're definitely looking out for the best interest of all 5,630 of us, but at the same time, the decision we make may not impact all of us, and so we have to understand every decision that goes forward should be serving the majority in some kind of way, and we want you guys to understand that, but at the same time, get the feedback that's necessary, because it's my firm belief, and I know it's shared around the table, but I just want to put this out there, those 9 seats belong to you. And we are elected to represent you and facilitate the needs of, you know, the tribe, but at the end of the day, everything in that room belongs to people. So I'm glad that it's opened back up, come back down, engage, also understand, you know, the listening does go both ways, and we are there to make sure that the tribe steps forward in every best way possible.
Pre-COVID, there was a meeting that maybe it was on the agenda. There was a topic of kind of interest for a lot of people in Winnebago, and it used to be packed. The chambers used to be packed. I mean, it was standing room only at times, and some of those meetings would go into kind of the wee hours of the morning and stuff. I remember one back in 2016, we got out of there at 1 a.m. And it was just discussion and stuff, and there was some anger and whatnot, you know what I mean? But we got through it. Nowadays, I kind of report to the council when you guys have your mid-month meetings. Those are in evening times. There's nobody in the audience, but there's 70 people online. Okay, so now we're kind of having that generation saying, hey, we'll just catch it online. But you might have a question, or you might have input on there. If you're in the chambers, it'd be benefit to be there and kind of say, hey, I have a question, or I have an idea, or I have you know, this concern or whatnot on that subject or that agenda item.
Plus, when you're talking to somebody live, you get the actual context of what's being brought forward. A lot of times online, that it's not necessarily hidden, but it gets lost because you can't feel the vibe of what's actually there. And when you're talking to someone, like I said, one-on-one, because I do that literally every day, and I know the people that I speak to, they very much appreciate that, because the amount of time that I spend with them and the amount of effort that we put forward, you know, me as their council representative and them as tribal members, I always feel that they come away satisfied, because I definitely, it's not, you know, just some politicking thing. I want them to know, I want them to feel heard. I need their messaging, because it's not, you know, the Winnebago tribe of Brian. It's all of us together, like I said before. So that level of discourse, to some people it might seem, gee, you just want to talk and whatever. No, it's like I want to hear them and make sure that they're talking, to the point, because of course, some people kind of, they just go on, but at the same time, it's like, well, I mean,
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm being real with it. It's like, bring your message forward, but at the same time, understand with, the listeners that we have, myself, and everyone else, we get it, sometimes you're mad about something. Sometimes there's angst or anxiety with it, or you're afraid of what it may do in some kind of way. And again, we're talking about these abstract ideas, but it's more about the engagement. Are we always going to agree? Of course not. With 5,630 people, you're never meant to agree. But at the end of the day, when all of the opinions that need to be expressed have been, the decision making is usually the best, and the tribal members always make the right decision.
Very nice. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be Thursday, March 23rd, 9 a.m. Isaac, you know anything about the food?
It's going to be sponsored by one of our local businesses. They're going to be taking care of that, so we'll kind of look forward to that.
All right.
I always had a joke with that when I ran Winnebago Gaming over at the Iron Horse in the early days. A lot of our clientele in the morning were, of course, the retirees who lived in Emerson. Yeah. So I would say, do you guys want the irregular special? And they knew what I meant, but they were like, what is that? And I said, dry toast and tea. So if you understand irregular, it's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Well, what is it? Bacon grease and
oatmeal.
There you go.
There you go.
Man.
You guys are making me hungry.
Get some of that packed bacon from the box, where it's just pure fat.
Sell bacon grease at Walmart. No. Wow. See,
anyways,
capitalizing on that. No.
Yeah, 9 a.m. on March 23rd, Thursday, guys. And so we appreciate our council vice chairman here, Brian Chamberlain, as well as Councilman Smith. I know that on the agenda, just to kind of update everybody, circle your calendar, because the firework display is going to happen the Wednesday before Winnebago Power kicks off. It's going to be the kickoff.
Yep.
So, yeah, there was kind of some things. Why are we celebrating Independence Day or whatnot? You know what I mean? So it worked out well last year. You know what I mean? So you guys are ready to roll with that again.
We're actually leaving on April 22nd to go to a training to get refreshers. And so we got about 9 people from the fire department that are going to be going. And it looks like it's going to be we're going to be adding some new things to the show.
Nice.
And so
I gotta say, it's probably the best show that I seen. And then I probably appreciate it more because I see the behind the work scenes, stuff that's being done. These guys are putting their lives on the line, man. Those shells.
I know.
You know what I mean? He's like, check this one out. And I was like, you're nuts, man.
It looks like a crazy setup up there.
And then last year, we provided the DJ, the sound and everything, and we were probably, I don't know, what do you say, about 25 yards, 50 yards from you guys? I don't know what it was, but that thing would make the ground move. And I'm like, dang, man, if you guys are at ground zero and we're 50 yards away, whoo, man. Anyways, we're looking forward to that. You know what I mean? And we'll get you on before maybe some of your help to come on up here. But Winnebago Volunteer Fire Department, we want to say appreciation to everybody, the crew out there. I know that you helped sponsor some of the Big Voice streams and whatnot. And you guys are always recruiting.
Yep. Yeah, we're always looking, and we always have a monthly meeting on the second Monday of the month at 7 p.m. And so you come down and fill out an application and give us your spiel, and then the next meeting you come back, and then it's a secret ballot vote, and then you start in from there. So a lot of times we'll have people that come in, they're interested, and they won't make it to the next meeting. So if they're not able to do that, then but we're always looking for help, because volunteering, and especially in the fire service today across the nation, there's over 80% of the departments in the nation that are made up by volunteers. And so what they're seeing is a lot of the old people that were in it, they're kind of aged out, and so now we're having a younger generation that we're constantly looking for help. And a lot of the sacrifices that are made is birthday dinners, middle of the night, no matter what the elements are out there. When the call comes in, we go. And so we're always looking for help of anything. We need people from admin people to people that can actually drive trucks, to people that know how to run run fire scenarios and all these different things.
Yeah, not only that, but you guys get called out to help out other communities.
Yeah.
And
We're tied into a mutual aid agreement that we have with the Northeast, Nebraska Northeast Mutual Aid Agreement Association we're a part of. And, so we all try to back each other up in the fire service. And it's a lot of fun, even though sometimes it is tough work, you know, and your shortest call could be 6 hours,
Man.
you know, and you're just standing on your feet and 0 below, or either, you know, 90 degrees and you got a snowsuit on, you know, and so it's tricky.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody, but it also really, there's a sense of pride when you're actually able there to help somebody in a time of need.
Right.
And that satisfaction of you made a difference in somebody's life at the worst moment of their life, or one of their memories of their life. So those kind of things. So we just keep on trying, you know.
Good one.
That's what we can do.
All right, gentlemen, I know you guys got to get back to some of the things.
Yeah,
and-
did you want to switch hats or?
Yeah. We got Sunshine one
Okay.
more to come on up here and stuff. So Isaac, any shout outs or anything like that before we let you go?
No, I just wanted to let everybody know on the fire side of things to check your dryers. There's a lot of
Yes.
lint buildup, and our average response time is about 7 minutes.
Okay.
So if you could help us out and check your smoke alarms and your dryers, your lints and lint traps and everything, that would help.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, typically that was done with the time changes. Check
Yeah.
the batteries in your smoke detectors when the time changes.
So I ain't gonna say no names and stuff, but I call Mr. Decora, Billy Decora, up, and in the background, I know he's home. I'm like, "Where you at? Where you at?" and stuff. But
I
hear
told him that too. I said, "I'll bring you some batteries, man. I know what that noise is."
That noise.
Yeah.
Crickets aren't out already. Crickets aren't out yet, so I know what that noise is. But yeah.
All right. Thanks, Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to switch hats here just real quick, you guys, coming up on Thursday, as Bethany mentioned earlier in the show, will be the all-new Res Ride, and the questions that we had last week were in relation to our favorite movies, and the guest DJs had to quote from them as well. I think we're going to repeat that because we had a lot of good feedback off of that, and people were like throwing suggestions out to me because I don't know if it's just Indian people or in general, but it's like they love to quote movies.
Yeah.
And so I want to do another round, so we're definitely going to do that on Thursday. So
Quotations, huh?
get your top 5 movies out there, and we're going to do it again
Top
with
5.
yes.
Ooh, that's
so
a tough one there.
top 5 with and you have to say a quote that makes us remember the movie. So Res Ride is going to have that. It's also going to be the St. Patrick's Day show, so we're going to have very much a St. Patty's Day theme running throughout it, and then like which was mentioned as well, this Friday's Midnight Love. I'm leaning toward power ballads right now. I'm not necessarily sure we're going to end there, but last week, as you guys heard, man, I got a ton of great feedback. We did Midnight Love goes twang.
Yeah.
Country Love Volume 1. Wow.
Yeah. Volume 2 coming around the corner for sure.
Yeah, it was good. So we'll see where we end up. So
Sunshine Bay.
definitely look out for that. Thanks, guys.
Come on down.
Thanks, MCBKC.
I wonder, Brian, if okay, so for those that we got to get those other episodes somewhere, because people are probably going to be like, where can we find this one? Yeah.
Well, yeah, they are on YouTube.
We'll have to get that situated and stuff.
Res Ride is on YouTube.
But I tell you what, that twang one, there's a disclaimer to that one, and you have to tune in to hear that disclaimer and stuff. Seriously, we talked about that, but it was a good one. Thanks for stopping in. All right, Sunshine Bear. Let's see here. I'm sorry for
Hi,
keeping
Nikki.
you waiting for so long and
No,
stuff.
you're fine.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, we had like a void of guests, and then all of a sudden they just kind of start popping in. and
I know.
stuff.
I was like, what does he mean we're ready for you? There's
Yeah,
a
that
bunch
was
of
just
people
like,
in here.
where's our guest at and stuff. But fine. How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good.
What's the latest at Angel Decor Museum?
So there's a lot going on. Look at my sweater.
Love it.
Dang, good job.
Carlos Carriaga. I ordered
Yeah.
it from him. I was out of town last week, but he held on to one for me or something, and so
Shout
had
out
to
the
represent
Santee
even though I had to
Warriors.
miss. Yeah. So I wanted to talk a bit about our connection with the Asante. And just that they're a branch of the 7 Council Fires. And, you know, I'm not a Asante tribal member, so I don't want to get anything wrong, you know. So just some stuff that I looked up. And please, if anyone out there has any more information, just let us know so we can share it.
Yeah, we got in trouble. The Winnebagos and the Santee got in trouble together, right?
Yes. Well, I don't know about trouble. Yeah, but so they lived in a similar way to the Ho-Chunks, you know, woodland tribe, you know, up in northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, probably some more areas up there, maybe into Canada.
Okay.
So they were forced, you know, obviously through the various treaties starting in the 19th century, you know, moving them.
Yeah.
So they likely participated in the Revolutionary War and were in the War of 1812 on the side of, you know, us, the Ho-Chunks. You know, and we all faced, you know, this pattern of removal and treaties that weren't upheld and different things, you know, and they also participated in the Black Hawk War alongside, we were government allies, I guess. After failed promises and poor treatment at the reservation near Mankato, the Dakota War broke out, which is, you know, where we kind of start remembering nowadays, you know, because everybody remembers, you know, the war, the Dakota War, and then the Dakota 38 plus 2, and then Ho-Chunks and Dakota were moved in that area, and then moved from there, because we were on Blue Earth at that time, and they were kind of close to us, and then we were forcibly removed as prisoners to Fort Snelling, where we were jailed and then taken by riverboat or steamboat to down the Mississippi to St. Louis, and then up the Missouri to Crow Creek together.
Right.
So, you know, we have a lot of shared history.
It was on
you
the
know,
same boat.
And, you know, we lost a lot of people together and mourned and grieved and all that stuff, you know, and I really, really liked it, you know, and one of my good friends, Jordan, she's Asante Sioux.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just loved it. You know, I have a lot of friends on Facebook that I know, you know, that are from there, and I just was so happy for their basketball team to see them up there and making it, and was mad when I seen that video. And
yeah, you texted me.
Yeah,
like,
and I was just like,
doing?
oh my God, said a bad word. Yeah.
It was horrible. Coach Q is gonna talk about it tomorrow and stuff, so make sure you tune in on that one.
Yeah. So, you know, and then they just now they're still up in the area there, but you know, they were a woodland, or still are, you know, a woodland tribe, and our brothers, our families, you know. And
for sure, and all tribes.
No, totally, yeah.
You know what I mean? We have the Oto relatives, we have our Wisconsin relatives, we got our Santee relatives, we got our Omaha Nation relatives, and then our Ponca relatives. You know what I mean? So we're all one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that we have certain things, certain boundaries, certain governments, and you know, certain traditions that we kind of we live life by and stuff. But I have to say this to the Winnebago community, that when they came through, they did an excellent job. I
wish I was here. I was so upset that I was not here.
They fed them. Terry said a prayer for them.
Yeah, I seen that.
And you know, they were very impressed. We seen admin, we seen council. They had kind of like a parade through town.
Yeah.
They had an escort. I mean, it was very nice.
And that's how we should be treating our relatives. That's how we treat our relatives.
Yeah.
You know, historically, you know, we're just so open to them and giving, and I think that all that support hopefully helped them heal from, you know, whatever was going on with the game.
For sure. And I think they said, I was talking to some of the players over the weekend, they remember when Winnebago went down to the state, and they made the trip down there, and it's a good trip, you know what I mean, from Santee. So they supported Winnebago when they were down there, and Winnebago did the same, because they outnumbered Shelton. Jeez, it was 3-1 on the stands and the fans and everything. It's just a whole sea of blue compared to,
I
you
can
know,
just imagine.
The other team and stuff.
I loved it whenever I'd look up, then there's always a different sign up.
Yeah.
All kinds of different cool signs made.
I bet it felt cool.
It was really cool.
I love seeing all of our people come together like that.
One controversial call, and I think they advanced on, if it wasn't for that call, and we could have been celebrating championship for them and stuff. But I talked to the boys too, and they said, well, we're going to get the experience.
Yeah.
And the next night they went to the Pinnacle Bank Arena. And you should have seen them. It was really cool to see them and stuff. You know what I mean? And they said they'll be back. You know what I mean?
Good.
So
Good.
you know what that means. They're probably training maybe starting when they start school starts back up and stuff. I think they're on spring break now, but
Maybe take no breaks. No, just
yeah, no
kidding.
kidding. And that's what Coach LaPlante told the reporters. He said, we're going to put this one in the books. We're going to put it behind us, and then we're going to move forward. And we got some tournaments coming up in Denver, Phoenix, wherever, and summer ball. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. So good job with that. Good research on, appreciate you, kind of that connection with the Winnebagos and the Santee.
Yeah.
I remember, I think it was their chairman. He came down and stuff, and he said, "Yeah, the whole chunks, the Winnebagos, we got into some trouble together."
Yeah.
As the Santees
Yeah.
and stuff. You know what I mean? But I think he's referring to that boat up in Crow Creek and the Dakota Wars.
Yeah, and they were defending themselves.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah.
They were being treated horribly.
The whole reason it started
Yeah.
was because they were looking for food. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's
And
pretty-
so, but, prayers for them and prayers for all of us, and our relatives.
For sure.
And love remaking that connection. I
Yeah.
love seeing us do that with each
Definitely.
other.
Great job.
So,
great job.
Ben said that he didn't mention last week. So we had two things going on this past month.
Okay.
So we had our artists picked. So I wanted to name them. So we wish that we could have picked everybody. Everybody that added their name and their artwork. And if we had more funding, we definitely would have picked everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So our artist that we did pick was Busy Feeks,
Okay.
Trenton Bear, Jessica Lopez Walker, Lori Pearson, and Nikki Pico. So congratulations
guys.
to them.
Yeah.
You guys will start seeing
Congratulations.
their artwork in
Contemporary.
the museum. Yep, their contemporary indigenous artwork, Ho-Chunk
Nice.
artwork. And then somebody that I reached out to when I was starting all of this was Krista Alberts.
Oh, okay.
And she made a beautiful piece. I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Yeah.
Krista, she beads.
Yep.
So she made a really nice contemporary piece just to add to our collection. So
Nice.
it was, when I seen it, I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing.
When's that display gonna go up?
So we have started to get the artwork in. We have Krista's piece, we have Trennan's piece, and then as soon as everybody starts getting in, we'll start posting that.
Cool.
So yeah. And then another thing that we had going on was the woodland category. We, what do you call it? We sponsored
Yep.
that category.
Yep.
And we just wanted to say from the Angel Decora Museum, congratulations. And this is 1st through 4th. So first is Peyton Roberts Palkey,
Yeah.
DJ Scott, Tigo Warrington, and Ken Funmaker Jr.
Congratulations.
So
Awesome.
Yeah.
we hope to really see and continue to keep that category here, and we don't want it to go anywhere.
Homecoming celebration. We need to get that on there. We can get that added, right?
Yeah, we'll try to get that added. See if
Well, speaking of homecoming celebration, their first meeting is going to take place on Thursday.
on Thursday.
This week as well. And stuff. So
Yeah.
make sure. I know you're going to be on the powwow committee and.
Yeah, there's a few more of us, so I don't remember all their names. I know Tara is one of them.
Yeah, Tara Hernandez, Shar Richardson.
Yeah.
There's going to be Sunshine Bear. I know her. Gordon Rave, Wedo. They call him
Yeah,
Wedo.
he's
And-
the vet rep.
Yep, and then Dusty Armel, Rona Steeler.
Those are the TC reps.
Yeah, Reva, or not Reva, excuse me, Kiva.
Kiva Harden. Yeah.
And she's on there, and then I think there's one more. I'm trying to remember.
Esther's secretary.
Oh, Tyresha.
Yeah,
Tyresha.
Tyresha. Is she on there?
I think she's gonna help out.
Oh, okay.
We at communications, we help out. Physical resources, they help out. You know what I mean? So we'll have to get some of those meetings in, but I know you guys do the admin portion and the budget and everything.
Yeah.
And get that
So
ready.
hopefully
Sponsorship
we
letters.
can knock it out and get to planning. I'm a planning person. I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
Should have started planning right after powwow ended, but here we are.
Yeah. I mean, what, a couple months away and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, for sure.
So with those are all past things that happened. We have something coming up this Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And it's geared towards males. It's our flute class.
You have their Facebook page? Maybe bring that
Yep.
flyer up and stuff. But tell us about the flute class.
So the flute class is going to be taught by Bill Quackenbush. He's Deer Clan from Ho-Chunk Nation. And he is, and it's something that we've lost here. And, I'm all about being able to bring that stuff back. And one of our focuses
Can I tell you a story?
What?
Bethany, you ready for my story? This is okay. Don't tell anybody this.
You're telling everybody.
Okay, so dang it, you were gonna put me on the spot. Anyways, I heard the flute story, right, when I was growing up, and I learned to play the flute. My dad went out to Denver March Powwow. He had a beaded like cane, and the guy really loved it. It was peyote stitch and everything, and they traded for a flute, and the flute sat on the shelf for many years. My dad is a harmonica player, right?
Yeah.
So one day I just picked it up and I couldn't get a note. I just didn't know how to do it. And he kind of sat me down and he said, it's all about breathing control. You know what I mean? You don't push as hard or whatever. Because I did grade school trumpet. You know what I mean? And
blow into
yeah. He said it's all about breathing control. Finally, I started coming out. There's notes start coming in out and everything. As time goes on, I start playing a little bit, and then I always wanted to record, and then through the years I start incorporating it into some of our shows, and I recorded a track with Brule. We did this whole thing and production behind it where she would go, the Brule flutist, and then I would go as a traditional flutist, so it would kind of be like compare and contrast, and they both sounded beautiful and stuff, you know what I mean? Wow. I was taught, if you want to ask the hand in marriage, you know what I mean, you play the flute. That was, nowadays
it's like courting.
Yeah,
courting.
Modern society, you have to get on one knee, get that rock out. I call them a rock and stuff, but the ladies, they just ooh and ah over the diamonds and stuff. You know what I mean? But to me, they're just rocks. You know what I mean? They're like, hey man, this rock down here means something. No, it's a diamond. It costs $40,000. But the rock costs $40,000. Anyways. Not to hate on those guys that did that, but I didn't get on one knee. And what I was taught is if you play your flute and at the end of the song she's still there, that's the way of saying yes, I'll marry you. So at my wedding, I played my flute. Guess what happened?
What?
I opened my eyes. Guess what happened?
She
didn't run.
No, she didn't run. I was like, wait, what?
She didn't run. If you would have asked her today, she's like, man, but after you played your flute, I should have ran. She would probably say, yeah. But she was still there. So, it was a good ceremony. Anyways, I just wanted to share that story. But the flute workshop.
Yeah, so the flute workshop, Bill, you threw me off now. Where was I? So I'm glad Ashley was still there. Let's see. Bill is bringing down all the everything needed, the wood and everything. So you will be like making your own flute.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we need people to participate.
Yes.
Males particularly.
Yeah.
And just like the story, I'm glad you told that story, because that's what it was used for.
Courting.
You're courting. Yeah, you're courting your wife, and we really want to be able to bring that back to our people.
Yeah.
Sign up. All you have to do is send your name, say that you want to sign up for the class, to Angel Decora Museum at winnebagotribe.com, and we'll get you in. We have 12 slots left.
Okay.
And that's how much wood he'll be bringing, so we don't have any for, a whole bunch of people. It takes a lot of time to make this. So on Friday from 6 to 9 we'll start, and then on Saturday from 9 to 3 you guys will finish. Whoever wants to join us, please please come join us.
I might see if my son wants to sign up and stuff, but we
you
want to give the
should.
opportunity because I know there's things happening this weekend too. Will he be able to come back and maybe do a part 2 session, or you know what I mean?
I can talk to Bill
Yeah.
and ask him. I know that he wants to be able to help us any way he can.
Right.
You guys all get to meet my mentor. That's, Bill's my
that's
mentor,
cool.
my Thippo mentor.
Sure.
So I always reach out to him if I have questions or whatever. So
Well,
yeah, you guys should at least stop by,
Yep.
come take some pictures, or,
Yes.
just help our men out. This is something aimed towards them, and we want them to feel comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with coming back.
Yeah,
back to our
fellas,
ways.
don't be trying to do the DMs and all that. Do something.
Get your
it the
flute.
right way.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
do it the right way. Get your flute out.
Yeah. And don't forget, if she runs, that's a way of
That
saying
means no.
No, that means no.
If she's gone when you
She
open
said
your
cut
eyes,
off.
Yeah. And
Don't be
then,
messaging her later.
ladies, that's your opportunity. That's your opportunity. Ashley probably would have said, I should have ran, but.
Oh, not even.
Anyways, are we ready?
Oh, wait. We still have our job opening.
Oh.
We reopened it. So anyone who's interested
what is
in
the job?
it's the Thipo-NAGPRA assistant.
Okay.
So we really need somebody to come up and be able
Very
to
important
help
work.
in classes, be able to
THIPO
help
stands
teach.
for
Tribal
Tribal-
Historic Preservation Office.
And
NAGPRA stands for Native American Graves Repatriation Act.
very important jobs.
Yep.
Yeah. So they
Yep.
can apply at the WinnebagoTribe.com.
Yep. On the site. Just look that up.
Well, it's very nice. Very nice.
Wait, I'm gonna show it real quick. But I also wanted to make mention when you were talking about Santee and Winnebago, I was just kind of peeping the YouTube feed, and I'll wait till we're done showing this. But on the YouTube feed, Coach Waylon LaPlante was tuned in, and he had some feedback about the hand game discussion that we were getting into. He said Dakotas have moccasin game as well as the Winnebagos, a little different in scoring and hiding, but a very competitive game.
Oh yeah, heck, yep, for sure. And it's
know.
good singing. You know what I mean? The crowd gets into it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
And congratulations once again to Little Priest Tribal
Oh my
College.
gosh, I know. I was just so happy for them when I seen that too.
Yeah, that was.
I missed all kinds of stuff last
You
week.
did,
Oh my
did you?
goodness.
But nonetheless, I think that I remember my dad and my Jaji Hainaboy participated in the Santee's moccasin game when they had their celebration. And usually their celebrations in June.
Yeah.
And so, I look forward to getting back to that. You know what I mean? Like you said, renewed connections and stuff.
Yep,
And
yep.
through the power of the basketball, you know what I mean? Maybe that's going to be kind of foundation of a lot more things to come between
Yeah.
the tribes, all tribes.
And then real quick, last thing that I'm gonna throw in the mix real quick. Shout out to Savannah. She had sent us over just a notice and reminder of the daytime online learning with our Ho-Chunk language department. So this is a friendly gathering of language learning participants who seek to preserve and revitalize the Ho-Chunk language. It'll be Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it started on the 21st of February and it'll continue through the 11th of May.
Okay.
And it's 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday. So the Zoom link is available on the Facebook post, which is on the Ho-Chunk Renaissance Facebook page.
Gotcha. All right. You're just trying to delay it, ain't you? She's just trying to delay it. You know
Well,
what I
who
mean?
won last week?
I
It
did.
was a tie.
Oh,
I'm
it
just
was
kidding.
a
It was a
tie?
tie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have your paper pin?
I do not have a pen.
Okay.
Give me a pen, guys.
Are we ready? It is time.
Yeah, we're ready.
Man, we kind of went long on this episode here. We're almost going to hit 2 hours here. So you ready?
Yep.
Yep, I got a meeting at 1.
Okay. So we got to
Okay.
get this done. Question number 1. The answer is.
Build up the suspense.
Okay. All right. Question number 1. Jamie Lee Curtis won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for her work in Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Did you know that? Did you know
No.
that?
No.
I didn't know that. But shout out to my brother Hagi. I should have watched that movie when you told me to.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once?
Yeah.
What is it about?
I don't know. I should have watched it.
You know what it's about?
I know
I
the
heard it's
ladies
really
on
good.
there. Yeah, I know the ladies on there from Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
Yeah. She won an
Everything,
Oscar,
Everywhere,
didn't she, or
All at
something
Once.
for that?
I heard it's a very great movie.
Is it like action packed?
I don't know, Garan.
You-
Haven't seen it. My
Well,
brother told me to watch it.
Was it funny or is it like, why did he
just
tell
said
you?
it's a really good, just kind of
Different,
healthy.
is it like
life.
dimensions or different? No?
I think it's like, I don't know, you just gotta
Yeah,
check
so
it out.
I guess we gotta watch it because I have
We all
no
gotta
idea.
watch it. I haven't even seen a trailer for it.
Here's
so-
the question,
okay.
though. Okay, I'm getting this big debate here. What's her name? Bassett.
Angela Bassett?
Angela Bassett, yes, was also nominated in this category. Many thinking that she was more deserving of the award. Angela Bassett, is that how you say her name? Angela Bassett. What movie was she nominated for? For Best Supporting Actress.
The And this is they honor like new movies, right? Like it's current movies.
Yeah.
For the past year.
Dang.
Is she the one that played Tina Turner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was good in that one.
She
She'd be,
was.
like, waiting to exhale.
Eat the cake.
I don't know
Oh, yeah.
about that. Just
I remember that.
eat the cake. Man, what did she? I seen her in something, but I just don't know. I went to see Creed 3 this weekend.
Oh, was she in
off
it?
topic. No.
Oh.
Wasn't the Terrence Crawford in there?
Yeah,
he was
for like 2 seconds.
Yeah. He made his appearance. Shoot. I don't even know any movies. She's in that one. They're doing who was it? She's in, I don't know. She's in that new Michael Jordan movie that's gonna be coming out. Didn't even come out yet.
So
It's coming out though.
saying?
That new Michael Jordan movie.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. St. Patty's Day is coming up. Question number 2. One of the icon or figures of St. Patty's is the famous and infamous leprechaun. You know, you remember that guy? You seen him growing up. You see him all over the place. Here's the question.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah. What is leprechaun's occupation?
What is his occupation? He is a.
No, he had an occupation.
I know. I was like, he watches the gold. He's a gold chaser.
A gold chaser?
Yeah.
Gold digger.
But he's a gold chaser.
Oh, gold chaser.
He doesn't dig it. He chases it.
Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. This is the question before, and I just wanted to kind of give the viewers kind of anticipation and kind of hype it up a little bit. The Winnebago in the News is doing an update article on some of the things happening down at WCHS. What does the letters stand for in WCHS?
Oh, Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System.
Yeah, there you go. Good job. Good job. Okay. In the Winnebago in the News, the Winnebago Food Distribution Program has a flyer that says CSFP. It's been running for a couple months now. It's pretty good size there. What do the letters stand for in that?
What is it?
CSFP. 4 letters. Brought to you by the Winnebago Food Distribution Program.
CFSP.
Yeah.
CFSP.
So what does the C stand for?
Child.
Okay, what does the S stand
Family.
Well,
No, wait. Community food.
Wait, there's a S.
Oh, wait.
Community S.
FP?
FP, yeah.
Oh, okay, so we'll do community serving food program.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
All right. The Santee Warriors made it to the D2 quarterfinals down in Lincoln, Nebraska for the NSAA championship tournament.
Yes.
They lost in a controversial fashion. What was the team name that they lost to?
The Shelton Flop Dogs. Just kidding. The Shelton Bulldogs. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Just kidding. Was that all of them?
We got it. So,
Got it.
how'd you do?
I think I knew the first one.
Okay.
Was it Wakanda Forever?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then I don't know.
You don't know the second
I'm
one?
mad and I see
A minor?
A minor?
Yeah, isn't that somebody that digs? I don't know. I never knew leprechauns had.
All right, we're gonna find out. We're gonna get a winner yet today. Okay, she is ready. Appreciate
Did I get a hat dropped off for me?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, do you? Okay, awesome. I'm wearing it.
Give me a microphone check.
Check 1, 2.
All right, you ready to win?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Like the music. Okay.
Question number 1. Jamie Lee Curtis won the Best Supporting Actress. Oh no, wait, back up. Jamie Lee Curtis won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for her work in Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Did you see it?
No.
Did you hear about it?
No.
Do you know anything about it?
No.
I don't either, but shout out to her brother who recommended it for all of us, right?
Yep.
Okay. It must be action-packed, right? Because your brother's your brother, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, he likes that kind of. He likes the deep stuff that like, people ain't gonna talk about. But I don't know, that BoJack Horseman, that show, stuff like that. I don't know if you ever heard of that one.
That's a little like. I never watched it, but
I didn't watch it
it's
either,
always
but
some random stuff on.
yeah.
The cartoon thing?
Yeah, but it's like, I guess it's like for adults, you know, like has more.
Oh.
Little crazy stuff in there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just stalling. Here's the question. Angela Bassett also was nominated in the category, many thinking that she was more deserving of the award. What was the movie that she was nominated for?
Angela Bassett.
For Best Supporting Actress.
I want to say Black Panther.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to get my mind right here. Final answer.
Yes.
Yeah. And you said
I wasn't sure.
you wasn't sure. You said
I said something.
She said
Creed
the
or
new
something.
Michael Jordan movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's off to a good start.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. St. Patrick's Day is coming up. I think it's this weekend, isn't it?
It's this Friday.
Yeah, this Friday. One of the icon figures of St. Patty's is the famous and infamous Leprechaun. I don't know how you say it. How would he say his own name?
Leprechaun.
Yeah.
That was real good.
You must have practiced that.
I seen a lot of Wayne's World.
Oh, yeah. He flips out. Anyways, what is
Stop,
the
you're
occupation? What is the occupation of a leprechaun?
Ooh, I don't know, like a banker or something. Like, all he cares about is them gold coins.
Okay. Wait, a banker?
I don't know. When I think of Leprechaun, I think of that scary movie. You know, where he goes to those
Leprechaun
casinos.
Man?
Where
Is
he
that
goes to those
Leprechaun in the
casinos.
Hood?
Yeah, there's Leprechaun 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh.
Yeah, but remember that little. Yeah, that's pretty.
He likes real girls. But,
She said banker.
yeah,
Final answer?
banker-esque.
And you said gold digger or something?
It's like Gold Chaser.
Gold chaser?
Bag
He's a
chaser.
shoemaker.
What?
Shoemaker. Did you not know that?
Was he so
No.
worried about the gold coins?
Well, you guys didn't know he was a shoemaker. Everybody knew that. Didn't you do the whole, leprechaun dance in grade school? And, that's why he goes after the shoes. And Okay, question number 3. The Winnebago on the News is doing an update article on some of the things happening down at WCHS. What does WCHS stand for?
Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System.
Wow, you girls are good. Good job, too.
Yeah, I love the
Well,
way this is happening.
Yeah.
It's 2-1 now.
Happy to be here.
Okay, your mom works at where?
Food distribution.
Okay, in the Winnebago on the News, the Winnebago Food Distribution Program has a flyer that says CSFP. What does
Senior-
CSFP stand for?
Senior Food Fund Program.
Senior? Senior starts with the S, but I just want to
Oh,
make sure.
it's C?
C, yeah.
Dang. I don't know, but I know it's something for the seniors to get more food.
Okay, so give me a guess on the C.
Dang, I don't know. Commodity Food Fund.
Okay, the next one is S. So commodity S. What's the S stand for?
Senior
Senior. Okay, and then F stands for.
Food Fund.
Okay.
Food program.
Food Program.
You guys were kind of way off and stuff like that, but I thought maybe you would have. I thought that was a home run for you because the next one. All right, it is Commodity Supplemental Food Program.
Oh.
I knew it was something like that.
Yeah, commodities. Yeah, definitely at the Food Distribution Program. Okay, question number 5. What's the score?
2-1.
2-1. You got 2, and she's got
2,
1.
and she's got 1.
It's getting real.
Oh yeah, you didn't get the okay for the tie. For the tie, here it is. The Santee Warriors made it to the D2 quarterfinals NSA Championship Tournament in Lincoln, Nebraska, which was held last Thursday. They lost in a controversial fashion. Who did they lose to?
Dang, good question. What good one? You know me and sports don't do well, so
For the win.
do I get my lifeline?
Yeah, there was a tie last week.
Alright. Thought I was
You
gonna
could
pull
win
that
it.
out of my back pocket. I don't know who.
It was all over probably Facebook and everybody's seeing
The eyes
it.
were on Santee. I don't know. I don't know.
Give me a guess. For
Why
the
not
win.
or something?
Why not?
Yeah.
She got it right. Shelton Bulldogs. Shelton Bulldogs.
Okay, so they're
Never
tied
got it.
again.
All right, you got a question? All right, we're gonna end.
Oh, do I got a question?
Yeah, you got a question for him?
I don't have a question. Do you have a question?
I don't have a question to break this tie here. Oh, okay. I got it. I got it. Okay. All right. No, I don't got it. It's not gonna work. Dang it. We're gonna have to end today's session on a tie.
Yep, because Sunshine's got a meeting at 1. It's gotta go.
Yeah, it's a tie. It is a tie, though.
Dang. Anything you guys want to say? I'm just really unsatisfied when it's a tie. You know what I mean?
I can't think of a question.
Okay.
Well, in the meantime, I just want to add in there, I got an announcement coming from Coach Q. So we have Big Boy Sports Talk Show, episode 14, coming to you tomorrow. Special guest will be Coach Huge and Nebraska State certified native referees Josh Taylor and Marcel Blackbird. Topics of the week, we'll get through those. We'll get those posted on, but we'll be getting into some good discussions tomorrow.
Okay. 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
All right.
On the Big Boys.
Shout outs.
No.
No shout outs. Okay. All right. Sunshine Bear.
Shout out to Ben for holding it down while I was gone last week.
Shout out to Ben.
And George, same thing. At home and at work. Ben took care of work. George took care of the house. So yeah.
For sure. I was gonna ask you because Ben came in. Did you watch Winnebago Talks last week? Okay. He told us about the flag.
Oh.
And Blue came up too, and kind of we did some history on that. She
That
sat
was
through.
really good, yeah.
She sat through it and stuff. You know what I mean? But I was gonna ask you what they were, anyways. But yeah.
I got a shout out. I want to send a shout out to my niece Prudence. Happy birthday to her. And then my other niece Catalina. Her birthday's coming up this weekend.
Such
Happy
cute
birthday.
names.
Oh, I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question because we gotta end with a winner here. Who won the best actor at the Oscars?
I didn't see the movie
I
yet.
didn't watch
but
Was
yeah.
it, what's his name? Brandon Fraser.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. But I got
Knock this stuff over.
Throw everything off.
drop the mic.
I know what.
Go took the power circuit.
Okay,
I'm
I
gonna
got a
add
question
in
for
there,
you.
He's been working hard his whole life to get that.
Really?
Yeah, I read an
That's such a
article
sad
about that.
story.
I know.
Yeah.
I read the
Brandon
article on
Fraser.
it.
I didn't even know what movie he won it for.
Yeah.
The Whale.
The Whale?
Yeah.
Okay, what's that about?
It's something about a dad and trying to come back into his child's life, I think.
Oh. Okay.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
so
I didn't see all these movies. You can tie it up. I got a question for you though. If you know this answer, then if you don't know the answer, then she is the winner. Who hosted this year's Academy Awards?
I didn't watch it. I don't know.
You got it.
Academy Awards or Oscars?
They're the same thing, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're the same thing.
Are they?
Yeah, if you win at the Academy Awards, you get an Oscar.
Oh. That's how much we know.
Thank you.
That should have been a question, right?
What celebrity would do it? Was it It was a girl, huh?
No.
Oh, never mind. I don't got it.
Well, you remember last year was Chris Rock.
Yeah, remember he got the infamous slap.
Yeah.
Heard around the world. Just kidding.
I don't know it.
Starts with the J.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh man, that was a good guess and stuff, man. But it's Jimmy Kimmel.
Wouldn't have got it.
Jimmy Kimmel, you didn't hear his dialogue? It was
No.
pretty funny and stuff like that. He was like, nobody's gonna be slapping anybody up here tonight.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I actually watched the Netflix show, the Chris Rock comedy show last weekend before I left.
Yeah.
He kind of went off on there. So yeah, check it out. Yeah.
Don't check it out. No, I'm just okay. So I had this debate last night with Ashley. Who do you blame on that one? Was it Chris Rock because he told the joke? Or was it Jada because she initiated everything? Or was it Will because he went up there and did the slap?
I seen something saying they're only mad because it was in front of a bunch of white people. They say you don't do that in front of white people.
Yeah, I mean, like who? The chain reaction, right? Who do you blame?
I
It was
guess
August's fault. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I guess Will's the one that did the action, so he's
But
the
I
one
feel
that.
like Chris provoked it. You know, he set the stage for that.
But that's what Chris does.
So the homegirl,
And then
Jada,
she's the reason why the joke was told.
Oh, you're hating on Jada? You can't hate on Jada, right? I mean,
And I'm just saying facts.
Like, yeah.
I respect Jada.
oh my goodness. To be continued, guys.
Yeah,
This discussion
I don't
here is pretty interesting. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Winnebago Talks, season 2 coming your way.
Yep, next week.
All right.
On Tuesday. Season 2, episode 1.
All night long.